Okay, I'm at one of the entrances to South Labyrinth. This would be the east entrance to South Labyrinth. Notice even right here at the entrance, there's a trail to the left, trail to the right. I'm not going to do the whole cave. Some of it's going to be a little too hard for me, but I'm going to do a lot of the cave. Call it good enough. So look at that. Some nice icicles hanging at the entrance. I'm going to keep turning right to go counterclockwise, but so I'll eventually come back here and do all that. Some ice on the floor just here at the entrance. Once I'm past the entrance, I'm not worried about it. All right, there we go. Notice over there's not just icicles, but there's also ice all over the floor. If you look over here on the trail where it's light, that's dry. Where it's dark, it's wet. So long story short, there's a lot of moisture in this cave. Got some nice icicles. The caves around here with multiple entrances have the most airflow, so they're having the most ice this winter. It's seasonal ice. This summer there won't be any ice. But for now, I'm calling it beautiful. Boy, this is a good one. Or two or three, depending on how you're counting. Notice they're lined up straight underneath where there's a crack. The moisture comes in through the crack and then it freezes. Sounds legit. Now, wow, this is cool. This one's a full column. Wow. God, I came here this time of year. So look at all the ice on the wall there, hang up on the ceiling. There's the entrance. Yeah. There's a sideway over here. Okay, it looks like it doesn't go anywhere. All right, never mind. But I do want to see this ice. Wow. Not just on the ceiling, but on the floor. Boy, I'm sure glad I came here this time of year. I just come here in the summer because the days are longer and stuff, but then I realized, well, wait a minute, it's almost 5,000 feet elevation. Yeah. So yeah, now that I have a 4-wheel drive, so I can come here in the winter, I might as well do it while I can. All right, here we go. But yeah, right here, right at the trail, there's that ice. And then there's ice on the floor too. So I'm basically gonna have to play hopscotch. So I don't have my crampons on. There, I made it. Notice there's another 3-way in the trail coming up. So I could crawl through there, or I could crawl through there. I think it's all a dead end eventually. But anyway. Weird. I can't explain why, but look at that one icicle curving pretty far to the left. Not sure why that's possible even. But whatever. Wow. Okay, wait a minute. There's a patch of ice on the trail here. I have to be super careful. Okay, just regular careful, but still. So there is a trail back here. Okay, not a trail, a tube. But I'm not going to bother to do any difficult crawling. It's probably a dead end anyway. But yeah, wow, look at all this ice. Yeah, I think I'll just stay on the trails for now. I doubt there's much over there that's important. But look at this. The trail. There's icicles directly above it. Whoa! Oops. There's ice on the floor. So I have to... Wow. This is crazy. I'm like in a gigantic ice cage here. Ice everywhere. It's a lot of work for a dead end. I think it's a dead end. The map's a little confusing. Okay, now I'm standing up very briefly. I want to look around. Wow, see, that dark is ice all over the floor too. So I have to be really careful. We're just somewhat careful. Okay. I like the color here. It's like red rocks, so it makes the ice look red. The ice is clear, but still. It's just like black ice on the road. There's no such thing as black ice. It's clear ice, so you see the road. Anyway, whatever. It's like there's another crooked one. I don't know why some of them are diagonal or curved. Definitely. Yeah. There's no trail. But look, there's a way back there. There's a nesting area up there. Let me go over here briefly. I just want to see back in here because I saw some ice. Yeah, okay. Just checking. Remember, this is not considered an ice cave because this ice is seasonal. If it's all year round, then it's an ice cave. There's actually very few ice caves around here. The good ones are all gated. Gee, thanks. Anyway. So look at this. There's a trail to the right. There's a way up here. Oh, sorry, to the left. Okay. So that's the way I came up. That's the way back out, because I think this is the dead end. Unless I'm actually really lost. Whatever. Nobody cares. Yeah, up here. It's a little passage, way too small. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried to crawl through there. It looks like it might be fun to dry when it's not wet and cold. And look at all the patterns here. It's like the main rock is gray, and then the cracks there's brown, and there's also white. It's like spin painting or something. I see natural light ahead. I'm almost through. Now I'm going to stay in this cave instead of go from one to another and another. I think, I think I'm almost to the Blue Grotto anyway. Golden Dome, somewhere in there. It's weird how the walls are not flat. They got all these little nooks and crannies. Neat stuff. Notice how wide it is here, and then there's a trail ahead. So they're like, okay, at this one spot, it's legitimate to enjoy the whole thing. It's so wide and smooth and flat. Or maybe they ran out of rocks to make the trail. Darn if I know. Oh, this one. Yeah, this cave is a lot of work. Hang on. I don't remember if this is the official end of the cave or not. So look at this. It's too much ice, but there's a way you can climb up there. That's really cool. And there's a way you can crawl through here. Notice there's a way back here. If you took that other way I told you, it would come through here. So you could actually get through there. Kind of cool, huh? All right. So here's the lower level here. There's a skylight there. There's also a hole in the ceiling up here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then, if you're feeling really brave, you can crawl through there. And then this would be the end of the cave. I think I'll squeeze out here real quick, just have a look around, and then I'll go back the way I came. Huh. Fence in that one. All right. I think that one with the fence, that would be Blue Grotto. I think we're at the upper level of Blue Grotto. I have to look at the map. But I'm just going to stick with this cave, which obviously is South Labyrinth. Oops. There you go. Some caving for you to do. You probably pop your head out here and look around very carefully. Oh, geez. There's like snow everywhere. Yeah. It'd be very difficult to try to get out of this cave this time of year. Man, we got so much snow this winter. It's awesome. Now watch, next winter we'll have a drought. All right. Yeah. Man, I like the color in this one room. It's so different. Every cave has its own unique color. Wow. Okay, what's weird, so behind me, there was like no ice. Now I'm getting to the cave where there's ice along the walls and the ceilings. There's even bigger formations over there on the left. So I have to feel a little more careful about where I walk and crawl, so I don't damage the cave and the cave down is going to hurt me. We'll call it a ceasefire or an armistice. See if I can get through here. Man, look at all the ice back there against the wall. Nice. This here is kind of the hardest part because they have ice right on top of the trail. They have ice on the trail. So what I need to do is kind of slink through here without hitting the floor or the ceiling. Gee, that sounds reasonable. But I did on the way in. Should be able to pull it off on the way out. I'm not going to bother to crawl back here on the left. I'm pretty sure it's a dead end, but whatever. Some ice. There's some ice. Okay, you're my witness. I didn't break down any formations. All right. But look at this. There's ice on the floor here, so I have to play hopscotch. Make sure I don't bump anything important. So there's the way out. I want to keep turning right to go, wow, this is going to be hard. Look at this, ice all over the ceiling. There's like a glaze all over the floor. I'm going to have to be super careful. Oh wow, this could be like really tight anyway. Alright, well, I made it, didn't I? Kind of. Oops, oh darn it. I stood up and got one. I thought I made it past them. Okay, well, score one for me. Whoops. Alright, dang it, I would have swore I made it past. That was a big one, too. Well, like I said, in a few months these will all be melted away anyway. But still, bad habit. Okay, so look at this. This is a tight crawl here. Ironically, I don't want to get through here. It's going to be worth more. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go back the way I came anyway. After I look around. As long as I made it back here, I might as well enjoy the view. Including that one that I touched catastrophically. That's it, I didn't break it. I catastrophically touched it. Yeah, well, anyway, whatever. I think it might be easiest just to slide down the ice. Don't even try to stand up, just slide. Call it good enough. All right. Less than graceful, but at least I didn't break any more formations. Wow. This cave is slightly pretty. I'm glad I came here. See, for year-round ice, it's usually the caves that are really deep that have ice. But since it's cold outside, this cave is close to the surface. It's got more seasonal ice. Okay, so that was the harder of the two passages. So now I'm going to go back here to the entrance, turn right, finish the cave, and do the easier part of the cave. Then I'm going to go look at a map, figure out where I am. Okay, there's the way out. Here's the way in. Huh. Wow. So this cave, look at this. This is pretty here, the ice, but then look at the ceiling. The actual rock is really sharp too. But look at this formation here. Oh, wow. This is going to be tricky. So what I need to do is go around. You notice the floor is completely covered in ice. So I need to get off the trail. I need to go to the side. That'll also help me avoid... Oh, wow. Okay, so look at that. There's the ice, or there's the way it came in. There's a big piece of ice. Man, look at this one. This one is awesome. Oops. What the heck? Notice there is a trail through here, but the trail is covered in ice. I can't walk through there. That's no good. So, okay, so let me sit down so I can't cause as much damage. But yeah, there's the entrance. Over here is a nice big formation in front of me. Whole cluster right there. All right. So now let's see if I can get through here without slipping. Actually, before I even worry about that, let me take another look around. Huh, nice. All right, well, I guess I can call that looked around. Let's move forward, shall we? So look what happened here. Water dripped onto this overhang and then dripped off the overhang, and it froze as it dripped off the overhang. Wow. That's really cool. So that's why you get a whole bunch of icicles right next to each other. And ice stalagmites below them. Almost touching. Might be columns soon. This is going to be tricky. Huh. See, there's another row of icicles. Here's another view of that other collection. Wow. There's the way I came through. Easy. Right. Okay, so now to get through here, I'm going to have to duck underneath these. It's going to be tricky. I think this is just a skylight. I think I'm still technically in South Labyrinth. Should have brought a map with me, but I don't want to get the map all wet and yucky. Okay, so look at this. Wow. Look at everything. There's a way up here to the side. I think it's a dead end. Let me take a look. Yeah. It's pretty, but it's a dead end. All right, just checking. Notice they piled up rocks here to make this pathway. So. Okay, I think I'm still at South Labyrinth. Notice there's ice all over the floor here, even on the trail. So I have to be really careful not to slip to my doom. Notice the cave branches out here. Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know where I am. I think this isn't South Labyrinth anymore. I'll show you. Yeah, I think I know where I am. So notice there's a tube to the left there. Looks like a dead end. Okay, there's stairway and a sign-in sheet. So I'm going to pause the video at the sign-in sheet because it should have a name plate and a map. I think I'm lost. No, not a clue where I am. Pretty sure this is not South Labyrinth anymore. Pretty sure this is a cave I did earlier in the year. Okay. Notice there's even ice on the stairs there. All right, so let me pause the video and check the sign-in sheet, and I'll give you the verdict.